A first impression can leave a lasting impression, and how you dress can make or break you when it comes to climbing the corporate ladder. Tiffany Smith is here from Premier Etiquette. She has some simple ways for us to dress for success.
Hi, Monique.
Hey, Tiffany.
Good
how's
to
it going?
see you.
I have to say, you're dressed very nice
Oh,
today.
you bless your heart. We're kind of matching today.
I know, we didn't have this planned or
Yeah.
anything. Okay, Tiffany, first of all, why is what you wear so important?
People judge you on how you look. First impressions matter. Even though we want to say that's not fair and that's not right, people's first impression is how they remember you. And so when you're in business, you want to be taken seriously.
Right.
And part of being taken seriously is how you present yourself. And that starts with your image or how you dress yourself appropriately for work.
And what are some ways to dress appropriately? What would be inappropriate and what would be appropriate when it comes to work? Because every work and office environment's different.
Absolutely. Every place of work has their own culture. So one needs to determine what is the appropriate dress code for my company. If you're unsure about the dress code for your company, you need to inquire with your HR department and ask them for a copy of the dress code policy. Now, the flip side of this, what if you're going to work for a new company and you're not sure what to do or how to dress appropriately for the first day of work? Do your homework and call ahead of time and ask them, can I have a copy of the dress code policy? Because a lot of companies will give you the dress code policy the day you show up to work and not necessarily prepare you before you come to work with a new company.
But with these dress code policies, are they, I mean, do they really lay it out? Because they say business, but now it seems like business casual or business attire is a little bit different than what it used to be. Or is business just strictly a suit?
No, I think business is not just a suit because, like I said, back to every culture in a company. And so you have to be able to determine what is best for that company. And I think where people are confused with or at now is because we have casual Fridays.
Yes.
Or they say business casual. What just is business casual? Well, business casual is defined on the company.
Oh, it's defined by the company.
Really, the company has to sit down and decide this is business casual and this isn't. This is acceptable and this isn't acceptable. But it's very ambiguous.
Well, what if you're going out on a job interview and you ask the person how you should dress and they say business casual? What would be a good idea of what to
wear? If it was business casual, then I would suggest a pair of slacks, like for the gentleman. Pair of slacks, a nice button-down shirt, and a coat.
What about for women?
And for women, I would do a nice suit.
Okay.
And
even though it's business casual.
Even though it's business casual, but you can maybe do the pantsuit over the dress suit. You know, a skirt. Do a pantsuit.
Okay.
And tone it down a little bit.
And Tiffany, what is what you wear? What does it say about you?
Well, in business, it suggests your level of leadership and where you are in a company. So I always advise people, if there's a certain position in the company that you desire to have someday, dress for that part.
Okay, so because people are going to start to treat you differently by the way they see you.
They do. They look at you as a leader in the company, and they want to make sure that you can go along with the culture of that company and dress the parts. And it's not a costume show, and it's not this play. It's to be taken seriously, so that when people work with you, that they focus on you, not on how so much you're dressed. Because if you dress in a way that is distracting, then they're focusing on that, and that's the wrong thing.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and what are some ways that people are dressing in a distracting manner, Tiffany?
Oh, boy,
what are some distracting ways?
It all depends on the company culture.
Okay.
So a plunging V-neck. Well, a V-neck? Well, what kind of V-neck? Because there's V-necks in all different sizes.
I got nervous, Tiffany, because I'm wearing a V-neck.
Well, and I'm wearing a V-neck today too. You know.
Right.
But I think the question is when you put on your clothes for the day, ask yourself, could this be distracting in someone else's eye? And if for an instant you think it might be, find something else to wear, because your gut will tell you the truth.
But don't you, as a woman, I know what I do, I kind of convince myself sometimes. Do you talk yourself into thinking something's okay and it's not really okay?
Right, you have to listen to that little voice that sits over here on your shoulder saying, it's not okay.
Even
someone may question it.
If the voice even pops in your head, you know maybe you need to switch your outfit.
Yeah, think twice.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then what about overdressing versus underdressing? Is one better or worse?
Frankly, my opinion is dress up a notch. If you're unsure of what the dress code is or what the theme is, I would always say dress it up a notch, and then the next time you know how to dress, either tone down or even a little bit more. But I think the worst thing is to walk into an environment and you're not dressed appropriately, because then you feel totally uncomfortable and your self-confidence is just going to go down.
Right, and you have some really great enhancing your key image You have some factors and some tips, and we kind of went over a little bit of them, but I know we have some graphics for that too, so if you want to go over those a little bit.
Sure. Obviously, the one is to dress for your company culture.
Right.
And if people are focusing on the negative side about you or how you are dressing, then they're shifting away from what you're talking about, and they're not going to take you seriously.
Okay, and how you dress gains the respect of your coworkers.
It really does.
And when we're not just talking about clothes here, are we, Tiffany? I mean, if you're a gentleman, does that involve being, you know, clean shaved and woman? Okay.
Absolutely, good point. You have to be neat. So make sure your clothes are ironed, and that you're not wearing yesterday's shirt that has a ketchup stain on it. Okay. And make sure that you're groomed, you've taken a shower, you're clean, you're fit, you're ready to go.
So hygiene,
because that's part of your image too.
Yeah, hygiene really goes. What about with women with makeup? I mean, do you always have to have makeup on? Is it okay not to wear makeup? I mean, in this business, you have to wear makeup all the time.
You do.
But
yeah, based on what your job is. You're in the camera.
Right.
You have to step it up on the makeup.
That's for sure.
You do, right? But what you would wear into the office, I would say tone it down a little bit. But you are dressing the part for your job.
Right. Okay. And every job is different. And I think a really good piece of advice that you gave is if you are starting a new job, just go ahead and ask. It never hurts to ask.
Oh, my gosh. Don't assume. Just get the facts so that when you start off onto a new job with a new company, you are on top of the game. You're ready to go.
Great information. And you have an Enhancing Your Image seminar that you want to, if someone is interested in getting their company, tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, if a company is interested in having a seminar for their place of business, they can call me at 625-5327, and we will organize an event just for you.
That is really good information. Tiffany, you're so great. We love having you here. You're always dressed so pristine.
Oh, bless your heart.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Tiffany. And, you know, we want to thank you. And we also want to thank someone else today. We have these gorgeous roses here. They are courtesy of a gentleman named DJ at D&L Roses. He gave us these beautiful roses. I'll quickly tell you what happened. Alex and I thought we got some flowers delivered to us yesterday, Tiffany, and it turns out they weren't for us. We were so sad that DJ was nice enough to run out and get us these flowers. Can you believe that? That's good etiquette, isn't it?
That's some good etiquette and good business right there.
Because
who are you going to call next time you need flowers?
I think
DJ.
I'm going to call, yeah, good old DJ, D&L. Tiffany, great advice. Thank you.
You're welcome.